The NBA has seen some wild moments. Buzzer beaters, poster dunks, entire franchises collapsing during contract negotiations. But nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to NBA fans losing their absolute minds. From dudes streaking the finals like it's spring break, to fans launching water bottles like they're auditioning for the Yankees, to players literally brawling with people who paid for their seats. This is the ultimate list of the craziest NBA player versus fan moments ever. And by the end of this video, you're gonna rethink courtside seating. For your own safety, let's get into it. 1. The water bottle felony, Kyrie versus the angry Celtics fan. Kyrie Irving has had beef with Boston longer than most people stay in relationships. So when Kyrie cooked the Celtics on their own court during the 2021 playoffs, he was feeling himself. He walked off cool, calm, collected, and then suddenly, incoming projectile spotted. A Celtics fan launched a water bottle at Kyrie's head like he was trying to assassinate a Gatorade commercial. The bottle barely missed. Players turned into detectives, pointing directly at the culprit. Security swarmed instantly, and then fans realized this wasn't just get kicked out for the night level disrespect. This man was arrested and charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, a water bottle. He faced up to 10 years in prison. 10 years over Kyrie hitting jumpers. Imagine explaining that to your cellmate. But hey, at least that guy didn't lose $500,000 for touching another player, because that disaster belongs to the next man. 2. The $500,000 shove, Kyle Lowry versus Warriors co-owner. 2019 NBA Finals, big moment, big pressure, every possession matters. Kyle Lowry dives into the crowd chasing a loose ball, pure hustle. And then, as he tries to get up, a fan reaches across two other people and straight up shoves Lowry in the shoulder. Kyle was instantly heated. Commentators were confused. Everyone at home was like, who is this clown? Then the truth dropped. That wasn't a random fan. That was Warriors minority owner Mark Stevens, an owner. Twitter exploded. Players across the league chimed in. He should be banned from all NBA games. You don't do that unless you know the player can't hit you back. The NBA came down like the wrath of Adam Silver, 1-year ban from all Warriors facilities, $500,000 fine, which is the price of 12 courtside seats, 3 Teslas, or roughly half of Draymond Green's podcast budget. Mark Stevens learned a valuable lesson: never shove a man built like a bowling ball wearing a championship ring. But speaking of taking L's, the next guy tried to streak the NBA Finals and ended up paying less than a nosebleed ticket. Vitaly ZDTV, YouTuber Menace, professional troublemaker, woke up one day and chose chaos. He'd already streaked the World Cup, he'd already pranked half of YouTube, and now he wanted the NBA Finals. 20,000 people in attendance, millions watching worldwide. And suddenly this man comes sprinting across the court like he's late to his own wedding. Security tackled him so fast they almost created a new sport. Fans expected a massive punishment, maybe banned for life. Maybe federal charges. Instead, 1 night in jail and a $1,000 fine. That's it. Vitaly streaked the NBA Finals cheaper than buying a parking pass. But if you thought that was unhinged, you haven't met the man who sniffed Kobe Bryant's arm sleeve. 4. The Kobe sleeve sniffer. Sir, this is a Wendy's. It was one of Kobe's final seasons. He tosses his arm sleeve into the crowd. Wholesome moment. 2 fans wrestle for it like it's the Infinity Gauntlet. One guy wins, lifts it up triumphantly, and then he presses it to his face and sniffs it like it's a fine bottle of Cabernet. Commentators were begging him to stop. Please tell me he's not sniffing that. No, don't. Oh my, what is wrong with you? Bro inhaled that sleeve like he was trying to download the Mamba mentality. But weird meets criminal when you talk about the next fan, who literally blew taxpayer money chasing Magic Johnson across the planet. 5. The Magic Johnson stalker, $27,000 of federal fraud. Meet Dolly Myers, politician, Magic Johnson superfan, and apparently international stalker. She was arrested in 2020 for stealing $27,000 in taxpayer money. Where did it go? Flights, hotels, travel expenses, all so she could chase Magic Johnson around the world. She wasn't just a fan, she was Carmen Sandiego in an NBA jersey. Magic never asked for this. Nobody did. She committed federal crimes for a man who retired before she learned what a budget is. But while she was flying across continents, Chicago fans stayed local and turned the entire city into a war zone. 6. The 1992 Bulls championship riot. Chicago goes nuclear. When the Bulls won their second straight championship, the Windy City became the Wild City. Cars flipped, windows shattered, fires everywhere, over 1,000 arrests. The city looked like the intro to a Batman movie. It got so bad that the Bulls, the actual team, had to film a PSA telling fans not to riot. Michael Jordan, if we win, celebrate responsibly. Chicago fans light another dumpster on fire, but those were group disasters. The next one, all it took was one angry woman near LeBron. 7. Watch your mouth. LeBron versus the court Karen. One heated play. LeBron turns around, and suddenly a woman jumps up from her courtside seats yelling, "Watch your mouth!" LeBron looked at her like she just tried to explain quantum physics to him. The entire internet immediately turned her into a meme. Within an hour, she went from courtside spectator to Twitter's favorite NPC. But no one goes harder than Knicks fans, the NBA's most committed hate group. 8. Trae Young versus Madison Square Toxicity Garden. Playoffs, Hawks versus Knicks, MSG roaring like a zoo in a thunderstorm. Every possession. F you Trae. Trae is balding. He looks like a lollipop dropped on a carpet. The energy was psychotic, and then Trae hits the game winner and bows to the entire arena. Knicks fans nearly levitated from rage. Next game, they spit on him. Because New York can't lose quietly, they lose loud. So in Game 5, Trae sent the Knicks home and took another bow, like he was starring in Broadway's How to Humble a Franchise. But the Knicks fan didn't spit, he tried content farming Kevin Durant. 9 KD versus the TikTok troll. KD's walking off the court minding his business. Fan runs beside him like, "KD, I love you, I'm your biggest fan." Then instantly switches to, "You trash, softest player ever," all while recording for TikTok Cloud. KD didn't react, but you know that man typed a 5-paragraph burner tweet later that night. And speaking of players dealing with fans, no one has suffered more than Russell Westbrook. 10. Russell Westbrook versus the entire state of Utah. Westbrook has heard it all. Westbrook, you suck. Get on your knees like you used to. That last one came from a Utah fan in 2019, and it set Russ off. After the game, he said, "They talk about your family, your kids. That's disrespectful." The Jazz investigated and banned the fan for life. But Russ wasn't done. Sixers fans dumped popcorn on him while he was injured. Lakers fans harassed his family. Every arena gives him grief. And yet, he still shakes kids' hands, still gives away shoes, still plays his heart out. The man's a walking example of "I will not fold." But even Russ isn't the final boss of fan beef, because the bonus moment is so insane it feels like a movie. Bonus, the fan who went to jail begging LeBron to come home. Heat versus Cavaliers. A fan rushes onto the court wearing a custom come home shirt. Security is ready to tackle him into another time zone. But LeBron pauses. He lets the dude speak. Fan says, "We miss you, please come back home." LeBron gives him a high five, a pat on the head, and then the guy gets arrested and banned for life. But the twist, LeBron returned to Cleveland the next year, and the Cavs unbanned the fan. This man literally talked his way out of a lifetime arena ban. Only LeBron fans get arrested and rewarded in the same saga. And that was the NBA's craziest fan moments. From felony water bottles to riot-level celebrations to mascots with psychological warfare. If you want to keep diving into NBA chaos, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment the wildest fan moment you remember, because the NBA isn't just about basketball, it's about the fandom, the drama, the chaos, and we've got plenty more where that came from.